Before I go ahead and start this video, I'd just like to take a moment to suggest that you take a moment of your time after this video to go ahead and look into what's going on to the people of Armenia. They are on a constant attack and they've already experienced a genocide in their history. Think of growing up every day or living every day as an adult, not even concerned about COVID or not concerned about hurricanes and tornadoes. You're just concerned that you may not make it the next day because a missile might fall into your house. That's a real thing. Or that you might get overran by a militia of people with guns, and get murdered. People of Armenia are suffering. So if there's anything you can do to help, I'll be leaving some links in the description below. Places where you can donate money to have help aid sent to these people, water, food, things of that nature. Also in the description below, I'll leave the Instagram information of Claudeene Secan, which I think that's how you say her last name, but I've always known her as Claudeene. Claudeene from EUROPERFUMES, she'll be listed below. You can reach out to her. I'm sure she'd be more than happy to help you and point you in the right direction to help these people. Listen, I know we're all going through a lot in America. I know a lot of people are having their ups and downs, heck, across the whole planet, but our first world problems of not being able to buy the newest iPhone because money's tight is a lot different than just hoping and praying that you'll make it through the night. But anyway, enough of that. Let's just jump right into this. This is a fragrance that was sent to me by the kind folks at EUROPERFUMES from the house of Juliette Has a Gun, Musk Invisible. Stay tuned. What's going on, everybody? My name is Joshua Thibodeau, and this is our channel, ScentSense. To all the loyal sensations out there, I thank you so much. If this is your first time watching this video and you haven't joined the crew, just go ahead and subscribe, click the notification bell, like the video, leave a nice comment, because at the end of the day, life is too short. And you can always unsubscribe and it costs you nothing. Today we'll be talking about the latest release from the house of Juliette Has a Gun. I've had this in my possession for quite some time. It was sent to me before it was even released, but I wanted to wear it a little while longer. A lot of times when these new fragrances come out, people rush to put out a video. They want to have a first impressions video, or they'll say they've worn it and hadn't had it long enough to even really understand how it's going to perform, or they haven't had enough time around other people. You get my point. So I wanted to have time with it. So today we'll be talking about the latest release from Juliette Has a Gun. Now, as I said, the fragrance is called Musk Invisible. So first off, let's talk about presentation. If you've seen any Juliette Has a Gun bottle or fragrance, it comes in the same exact packaging. It's a piece of styrofoam with a hole cut out for the exact shape of the bottle, tilted sideways. Its sandwich is closed and it has a little white sleeve that slides over it, and it has the name of the fragrance. I don't have it on me right now. It's saved. I couldn't find it, and I just didn't want to spend that time and waste your time because you've already seen it. So let's just move right along. We can talk about the bottle. It is their stock bottle, but on this one you have a gradient blue look. It kind of gives that Dior Sauvage feel. It has the silver writing, which really pops off of the blue. You have the silver Juliette Has a Gun cap. It is, pretty snug cap. You can't hold it by the top. It is really tight when you put it on. It does say Juliette Has a Gun on the bottom. And unlike most fragrances where your information is on the bottom, it's actually on the side, as you can see here. It has the stuff like, made in France, eau de parfum, 100 milliliters, 78% volume, made in Paris, France. Oui, oui, ho, 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 ho. This fragrance really only has 3 notes. So let's just knock out the notes because it'll be rather quick. It starts off with a top note of jasmine, a middle note of cotton flower, and a base of musk. I think the name lends credence to how the fragrance smells. It's called Musk Invisible. This fragrance is something that feels like it's not a fragrance. It's on you, but it feels like it's a natural smell, something that would come off of your skin after a fresh cleaning, or off your clothes after it's been freshly cleaned. Your natural smell, your natural musk, if you will. This is a fresh, easy-wearing, people-pleasing unisex fragrance. I think this comes off slightly sweet on a female. My wife wore it. It did have a slightly sweeter smell than it did off of my skin. Off of my skin, it went more woodsier, more earthier. It's not woodsy or earthy of a fragrance, but it leaned more that way. The earthiness of the cotton, it wasn't nearly as clean and fresh and bright. It was a little more woodsy, if you will. This is something that I really enjoy wearing when I just don't know what I want to wear. This does lead credence to the older school musk fragrances, such as Jovan Musk. Any fragrance with musk in its name, it has a lot of similarities to that. This kind of has that really clean, easy to wear, laid back vibe kind of fragrance. This is going to be something worn by a woman who doesn't want to be loud with her fragrance, doesn't want to be overly sweet, overly cloying, who feels confident, who feels secure in herself, and just wants to smell clean. This is also something that you could wear to the office. This is a perfect office fragrance in my opinion. This is not going to choke out people. This stuff though lasts forever. I don't know what they put in this. Maybe they put some stickum where it just like absorbs into the skin. It doesn't go anywhere, but this really, really works. And I think that this is something that's gonna be on a lot of people's radar as the year progresses. I think if you haven't smelled it, you should definitely check it out. In the description below, I'll leave a store that is a brick and mortar, which I think also has a web store that is a great option of where to buy this fragrance. It is one of EUROPERFUMES stores or one of the stores they work with. It is definitely a great option if you're looking for this fragrance. I think that a lot of times people overlook brick and mortar stores that specialize in fragrances and they just go with what they know. Those fragrance stores such as Macy's, Dillard's, Nordstrom, Lord's, what is it? Lord and Taylor, you know, those stores like that. But fragrance stores that specifically sell fragrances that tailor to fragrances, in my opinion, don't get enough love, because those stores are what really drive the fragrance industry, because they sell fragrances that are more about passion than profit. They sell things that are unique, that individuals will wear. And if those stores die out, then we'll just be stuck with Dior Sauvage. And I know you don't want to be stuck with just Dior Sauvage. Nothing wrong with it, just not just Dior Sauvage. I couldn't do it. When it comes to performance, like I said, I think this one is definitely a great fragrance. It's probably, in my opinion, the best fragrance from the line that I've smelled. I wasn't a big fan of Moscow Mule at all. Vanilla Vibes I really enjoyed, but I enjoyed more on her. This one is, I think, the first one that I've smelled that is truly unisex from the brand, that any man can wear. No man would feel like, oh, that's too feminine. Some men may, but those guys probably drive super jacked up trucks and probably have affliction tattooed on their back. You know, that's a guy who's not gonna enjoy anything else but, you know, Brut or Sauvage. So anyway, if you're looking for something that's high quality, worth every penny, go check out Juliette Has a Gun. Almost forgot the best question that everyone always asks me. Would I buy this? I don't have to buy it because I own it and it was sent to me by the kind folks at EUROPERFUMES, and for that I say thank you. But would I buy it? Yes. This is the one from the house that I would buy for myself. I would buy Vanilla Vibes for my wife. I wouldn't touch Moscow Mule with the 50-foot pole. Those are my experiences with, you know, this brand. But this one right here, definitely, easily, quintessential, easy unisex fragrance. And if you're a couple and money's tight and you're looking for something you can both wear and you're trying to be super economical, this one right here. All right, folks, that about does it for me. Have you smelled this fragrance? Have you heard about this fragrance? What are your impressions and thoughts on this one? While you're going ahead and leaving that, I'm sure you've made it this far in the video, which lets me know you probably enjoy what you've seen. So do consider subscribing. You might as well do it while you're here. Go ahead and like the video, because I think you should probably do that because you probably did like it if you've made it this far. And go ahead and click that notification bell. That way when my videos come out, you will be the first to know. And as always, and most importantly, I will smell each and every one of you later. Peace!